Hi everyone, I'm Lucely and welcome to my market breakdown video. In this video, I want to share everything that I sold at my market, and I also want to share the prices with you. And I also want to let you know one change that I made to my booth that I think that really helped drive the sales at my market. And just so you know, this was a really big Pokemon market card trading show that I attended on Saturday, January 17th. All right, so let's get started. I sold 74 plushies and I made $2,204. I was not expecting this at all. This is definitely the most that I have ever made at a one-day market. My booth fee was $150, and that's pretty standard for the area that I live in. I am from New Jersey, and my market prices are usually between $85 to $400, depending on the type of market that it is, if it's one day or 2 day, but that's pretty standard for me from what I have seen in the markets that I have attended. I was given a 6-foot table, so not a lot of space, but my booth is definitely one that takes up vertical space, so I was completely fine with that. I almost bought 2 tables, but thank goodness I didn't, because I was not going to be able to fill them. I only had 3 weeks to market prep, and so in those 3 weeks, I definitely was able to fill my booth, but I would not have been able to make 2 tables look full. Okay, so here is a video of my final booth. I love the way that you can see my vendor table from far away. It was pink and purple themed. At this event, we were giving black tablecloths, but of course, everyone is allowed to use any color tablecloth or design your booth however you want. So I definitely think that that helped my booth stand out. And especially with those little lights, I just love them. And I'm so glad that I used them at this show. And I think that going forward, I'm definitely going to keep using them. It was definitely such a cute addition to my table. And here is a photo of everything that sold. So as you can see, everything sold from my starting table except for 3 items. One of them being my giant Umbreon, which I was not expecting to sell. That one is priced at $140, and definitely if I saw someone that wanted it or like was obsessed with it, I definitely would have considered lowering the price. But right now it's at $140. It did take me a really long time to make, and using black yarn in general is just like hard and complicated, and that's why I keep the price as it is. Okay, so now I want to share exactly what sold and how much I sold it for, and I'm going to divide that into 3 categories. If you're curious about how I price my items, you can check out my pricing video. Okay, and so in these 3 categories, my first category is everything that I sold between $7 and $25. My second category is everything that I have between $30 and $55. And my third category is everything that's priced $60 and up. So starting off with my first category, I'm just going to run through everything that I sold and how much I sold it for. And I do have my laptop over here, so I'll just be looking at a few numbers here. Okay, so I sold 6 chickens for $7, 2 Kirbys for $15, 5 mystery cats for $12, 1 Pokeball for $12, 2 mini cats for $12, 2 medium cats for $18, 1 Octo for $12, 1 Gengar keychain for $15, 2 mini Psyducks for $25, and 1 pink Totoro. In my first category, I sold 26 items and I made $306. Moving on to my second category, and these are all of my plushies priced between $30 and $55. And just a heads up, this is where I get most of my sales from. So starting off, I sold 2 of my Mews for I sold 4 Mews for $35, 2 espeons for $35, 2 jolteons for $30, 2 Charmanders for $35, 2 sylveons for $35, 3 sleepy Kirbys for $35, 1 yellow Kirby for $35, 1 Sanrio character for $35, 2 Gengars for $35, 2 Eevees for $35, 3 Snorlax for $35, 1 purple Snorlax and 1 pink Snorlax for $35, 1 pink Mimikyu for $35, 2 yellow Mimikyus for $35, 2 Bulbasaurs for $35, 1 turtle for $35, 2 Mew Twos for $35, 1 bunny in pink Axolotl for $35, a strawberry Sanrio a character for 35. Okay, we're done with the 35s. As you can see, a lot of items at 35 did really good for me. I sold 37 items at 35, but we're not done with category 2 yet. We also sold a Tandemaus for 45, an Umbreon for 45, a Ditto for 45, another bigger Umbreon for 55, and an Eevee Snuggler for 55. So now I'm done with category 2. In total, we sold 43 items in this category, and I made 1,575 just here. So as you can see, this category is really big for me. This is where most of the money comes from, most of my sales comes from. And that is why when I market prep, I really focus on this section, which for me, it's very a fun and enjoyable section because the plushies are not like really, really big, but they're not really, really small. They're just like the perfect size. Moving on to my last category, these are all of my plushies that are priced between 60 and up. And I have 5 plushies that sold here. I sold a Sylveon for 70, a baby Charizard for 70, a Squirtle for 70, a Togepi for 70, and a Pink Snorlax for 65. And in this category, I made $345. Quick coffee break, guys. And if you add up 306, 1575, and 345, you get 2,226. However, I did offer discounts. I usually offer discounts when somebody bought 2 items that are 30 and up. I offered a $5 discounts, and there was about maybe $20 to $25 off of discounts. But my grand total was $2,204. And so now I want to share something that I did to my booth that I think really helped drive sales at this market. And that is that I basically put my best sellers, which are my $35 plushies, front and centered. I usually don't do this. I usually put all of my more affordable items on the front center. So it's the first thing that people kind of see. But at this market, I wanted to try something different. And that is why I basically pushed my smaller items to the side, still in the front, but just towards the side. And I brought all of my $35 plushies front and centered. And then I put a big sign that said, it wasn't that big, but it was a sign that said $35 plushies. And so this is the first thing that people saw when they kind of came into my booth. This is the first thing that they picked up. And this is like the part of my booth that I think that definitely brings in the most attention. I think that if I would have had more of the popular items, I would have sold a lot more. However, I'm just one person and I do hand make everything, so it takes time. I did what I could in 3 weeks, and I'm really happy with the results. If you are market prepping or if you just want to make your own Pokemon plush, I am leaving a PDF down in the description that has all of the patterns, pattern designers, and the link where you can find them. Some of them are free and some of them are paid. And there's something that I didn't get to answer in this video. Please let me know down in the comments and I will get back to you. If there's anything else that you're curious about, would like to see from my markets, let me know. I'm always happy to include that here as well. And that is all that I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.